Hey guys, thanks for joining me for this super casual out of the mold video. This is a tag video. I haven't done one in a super duper long time, but my girl Roxanne at Roxanne's Retreat decided to start one and she tagged me in it. She mentioned me in her video, which just had me like shocked and surprised and delighted. And I thought I would just do this for fun. So I hope you find it fun too. If you are a content creator, you are more than welcome to do this tag and keep it going just for fun and to do something a little bit different on your channel. If you're not a content creator and you're a viewer and you'd like to participate, the questions will be in the description box. You can copy them out of there and paste them into a comment and put your responses there as well. I'd love to interact with you in the audience and for other audience members to see your responses as well. So let's jump right in. The first question is that it's actually an ask. She wanted everyone to wear their favorite color that describes their personality a bit, or to do yourself up as your personality would dictate. So I actually don't have anything in my closet in my very, very favorite family of colors, because it's not a single color, but it is all of the sort of earthy brown, cognac, tobacco colored tones. So that sort of spectrum, it can be like a light sort of camel brown to a darker, more cognac tone, and everything in between, the tobacco tone. So I actually don't have anything in that family, but I have two objects that kind of give you the idea of what I mean. I do actually have a really lovely brown leather bomber jacket that's downstairs that has a lot of different like tan and brown and camel and cognac and tobacco tones and all of that in it, but I'm too lazy to run downstairs and grab it. So these are up here with me, and I'll just show like this purse that has this kind of camel colored leather. So that sort of tone I love. This is for another video, but if you can imagine these sort of tones, these gold tones with more brown or leathery brown infused, anything in that family. And then on the other end, think about these sort of rich wood tone colors here. Anything in that spectrum I really vibe with. I love leather goods, especially shoes and jackets and gloves and things like that. And so I don't have a lot of clothing objects in those colors that would be appropriate to sort of wear on screen here, because they're like hang around the house clothes, the ones that I have, the brown colored clothing. So that's that. And the reason that I like that color family is because it is very grounding to me. It reminds me of earth. Having your feet firmly planted on the earth. I think of like leather saddles, leather jackets, leather seats in cars that are brown. I have like a camel colored leather in my car as well. I don't know. I'm just attracted to that color. It makes me feel cozy at home and grounded. So that's why. Second question is, where are you from? I've talked a lot on this channel about the fact that I grew up in New York. I was born and raised in the Bronx. I like to joke around that I'm from the South Bronx, but it's actually not really technically the South Bronx, although we like to claim we're from the South Bronx. If you know the Bronx, I grew up, if you know where Yankee Stadium is, about a mile away from there, maybe 2 miles, there's a hospital called Bronx Lebanon Hospital. And I grew up very near there, but I associate myself as being from around Yankee Stadium because I happened to go to a middle school that was right near there. And those are like my old stomping grounds. So I grew up in the Bronx. I ran all over the Bronx and Manhattan as a kid all the time. And so I left the Bronx at the end of middle school, and I actually went to high school and to college in New England. For my high school experience, I was in the opposite of the concrete jungle in New York. I was on this really bucolic campus with these rolling hillsides, a beautiful campus, very, well, I want to say very, but kind of sort of secluded, super safe, loved it, had a wonderful time there. And then I went to college farther up in New England and had some really, really cold winters. When I graduated from college, I came here to Virginia. I spent about 10 years or so in the Hampton Roads area. Virginia Beach and Chesapeake specifically were the two parts of Hampton Roads that I lived in. Loved that. Taught there for a long time, was out of school, was an administrator out of school as well. And then I moved up into the Richmond, Virginia area. So I'm sort of surrounding Richmond. I always say I'm in Central Virginia because I'm not in Richmond City proper, but I'm close by, and that's what people associate with the area is Richmond. So I'm close enough. I have been in Virginia for, goodness, it's been 22 years at this point. I consider myself a New Yorker at heart, but I have a lot of Virginia in my soul, and I'm happy that we're raising our family here, and I love it. I love it here. I miss New York from time to time. I love to visit, and I always joke around, if I had big dollars, y'all, I'm talking about like endless, infinite amounts of money, I would gladly live in some beautiful penthouse in Manhattan. But outside of that, I'd like to stay where I am. I have a really comfortable life here and I feel safe here. I love it. And I like that in Virginia, you can go from ocean meaning like the ocean front, or you have bays and inlets all up and down the Virginia coast. You can come a little bit further inland to lots and lots of farmland, and you can keep going further west till you get to the foothills of the Appalachians, and then into the Appalachian Mountains the further west you go. So there's a lot of different topography here to enjoy, and it's just a beautiful state. You can go from the most rural environments to the most urban if you're up in the DC area, and everything in between. And I just love it here. It's a beautiful state. Name one fragrance that your partner loves on you. He likes anything that is heavy white floral. That is romantic to him. He likes it on me. He finds me like in my most highest feminine state when I wear those fragrances. He also, though, likes those edgier Tiziana Terenzi, you'll hear that name again in a little bit, fragrances that have florals and musks and maybe some tones that are a little bit more daring. They might have a few woods in them as well, a little bit of woods in them, and he might not even realize that he's picking up woodsy tones. But the category that he loves the most on me is white florals. So I've talked about fragrances like Florence from Tocca being one of his faves on me, Amarige from Givenchy, Alien from Mugler, of course. He likes Atlantide from Tiziana Terenzi. Any fragrances that have florals as the forward notes, he really enjoys on me. But then he also likes like Lineage from Amouage on me, which shocks me. And so it's all over the place. But the main thing is white florals. Those are going to win his heart over every time. So I know that was more than one fragrance. So it's kind of like a category. What is your favorite designer house at the moment? Gosh, that's a tough question to answer. There's so many houses that I absolutely enjoy. The one that I'd have to point to as being a longtime favorite is probably Lancôme, particularly because I fell deeply in love with the Maison Lancôme line, which is now actually, a lot of those are discontinued. We're talking about the line that has Oud Bouquet in it, those types of bottles. The line is mostly discontinued. There are still a few out on the market, and that's regrettable because it's such an amazingly gorgeous line with so many diverse fragrances in it, something for every olfactive palate and type of taste. So it's too bad that they're discontinued. But I think the designer line that Lancôme has out, not part of their Maison line, but the just general designer line, is also, there's something in there for everyone. Beautiful house with a lot of choices. And there aren't for me any real sort of stinkers in the Lancôme bunch. Maybe there are ones that people aren't that into or they wouldn't reach for, over others. Okay. But I haven't really heard anyone say that they absolutely hate or dislike any Lancôme fragrances, with one exception. Of course, you've got people that are just on the La Vie Belle hate train because they like to hate. Oh, maybe they really dislike it, but I like to think it's just because they like to hate. I'm just kidding. Look, if you don't like La Vie Belle, I'm just joking. Don't take me too seriously. What is your favorite niche house at the moment? So as I said before, I've got to go with Tiziana Terenzi. Recently, I did a Bond No. 9 video. I've got a lot of fragrances from Bond No. 9, so maybe that's a runner-up, but I have a real love in my heart for Tiziana Terenzi fragrances. I love the designs of the bottles. I find them all unique and interesting in different ways. There are aspects of fragrances in that house that seem similar, like maybe some of the bases across certain ones feel the same with other sort of top notes on top and that kind of a deal. But for the most part, it's a unique house with its own style and offerings. And it's a house that people either enjoy or they generally stay away from. The scents tend to be fairly powerful across the entire lineup. They have several lines in the house. So when I say the line, I'm talking about all of the different lines combined. They sell really, really mega, ridiculously expensive, like attar type oils. And they have a more reasonable line that's in those like square black bottles. They look like Minecraft bottles. And then I love the Sea Stars collection and I love the Luna collection and everything in between. There's something for everyone. There have been a couple of like knock me off my feet, too strong, too powerful fragrances that I've tried from the house. For the most part, even with those, there's something about them that I do like, even though I find them maybe intolerable or unwearable. And generally, most of the fragrances that I've tried, I find something redeeming in. And so I really enjoy that house. I have the most from them. They continue to perform. Even the ones that I purchased 4 years ago, they're still performing strong. And there is a type of fragrance in the lineup for every occasion and mood that I could personally have. My husband enjoys some of them as well. So Tiziana Terenzi just wins. What is the the retail value of your current wish list? I don't keep an actual like wish list, like I want to buy these 15, but I have fragrances that I have tried that I want to revisit and or consider purchasing in the future. I guess that counts as a wish list. I don't know what the retail value of that current wish list is, but I'm just going to say infinity. Infinity is the value because even though I have fragrances that I want to try, if I had my druthers, friends, I would probably have several rooms that were darkened and kept cool, like a wine cellar almost, right? With nothing but shelves of every fragrance that was ever created, like back from the beginning of time all the way through contemporary perfumes and everything in between, just to have them there to sniff and enjoy and to compare to each other, even if I don't want to wear them. So in that sense, the wish list is infinite, infinity. It goes on forever and ever and ever and out into the outer reaches of, of outer space. There are just so many beauties to try. It's like never ending, never ever ending. Even when I think I've seen and smelled everything I've seen and want to smell, 100 new perfumes pop up or show up from the past where I'm like, I didn't even know that that existed in the past. So I have a wide appreciation for a lot of different olfactive families. And even for fragrances that I have, said on this channel that repulse me, I still want them in my collection so I can go test them, try them out, and just enjoy even the repulsive nature of them. So I know that sounds weird, but that is my answer to that question. What fragrance house would you like to receive PR from? And if you're newer to these videos, PR just stands for public relations, I believe. And it just means when brands or online retailers or whatever, they collaborate with fragrance reviewers and send them fragrances to review on their channel. So, PR has a lot of negative connotations on YouTube and in social media in general. We can talk about that another time. I don't want to get into all of that right now because it's kind of an annoying conversation. But I don't really need to get PR from anyone because I purchase the fragrances that I enjoy. Like I'm not waiting for anybody to send me fragrances to review. I put my little money aside and buy what I want. That said, I am super duper fortunate to have a number of online retailers and some houses that have decided to collaborate with me and send me PR. It's a mutual collaboration. Like I enjoy them as well. I don't say yes to everyone because I don't want to review everything on my channel, but I am always flattered. I am always humbled. I am always grateful when someone reaches out to me to ask, are you interested in trying our new fragrance or whatever the case may be? That said, I don't have a particular house that I would like to receive PR from. So Roxanne, I hope it's okay if I twist the question just a little bit and say, what would I like to, or who would I like to collaborate with? And I have jokingly, but seriously said, I kind of want to collaborate with Scent Split. Hi, ScentSplit, if you're watching. I was looking on ScentSplit today and I placed yet another almost $200 order of samples. And I thought, let me go look and see how much I have spent with ScentSplit because they have your purchase history on there. And I'm not even going to tell you the dollar figure, but just to say it's a pretty penny that I have given to ScentSplit. I just really like them. I don't have a collaboration with them. I would love a discount code to be able to pass along to all of you. I use everybody else's discount code, so I get the discount. But sometimes I'm thinking, gosh, for all the money I'm spending on ScentSplit, it sure would be nice to be able to give folks a discount code. So yeah, I'd like to collaborate with ScentSplit, but I don't have any one particular house that I have my eye on for PR because if I like their fragrance, I'm just going to go buy it, I'm going to come back to this next question at the end because I really want to spend some time talking about the micro influencers that I have been enjoying lately. And I think it's important to give shout outs to those folks. So let me keep going and then I'll come back to that question. So don't go anywhere because I want you to hear all the people that I so enjoy watching on a daily basis, really. The next question is, which influencer have you been most influenced by? And she specifically talked about fragrance influencers. And I'm going to give a non-answer. Everybody, every time I watch someone else's video, I'm like, oh, yes, they like something I like, or I hadn't heard of that. Let me check that out. Or, oh my gosh, they hate that. I wonder if I would hate it too. So I really do watch with joy and interest in my heart when I watch other creators and appreciate their perspectives. I may not always agree, but I am always influenced regardless. And sometimes here's the best thing that happens that's kind of fun. They will smell something in a fragrance that I don't. Like they may try, XYZ decant and go, I'm smelling a lot of orange in that. And I'll think to myself, oh my gosh, I didn't even pick up orange. And I will run and get my decant and go, or my fragrance and go, oh my gosh, yes, they're right. There is orange in that fragrance. So I appreciate how we open up at least for me, open up each other's lenses, fragrance lenses, to appreciating fragrances that we may not have appreciated before. And in some cases, help keep each other away from fragrances that maybe are not a good fit. So I can't point to any one person. That would not be fair, because truly for me, the answer is everyone. If I bother to click into a video and actually watch it all the way through, which is often for the people that I love and enjoy, something that they're saying is sticking in my mind, and they have influenced me throughout the years. My favorite release of 2024, and it must have been a full bottle. There are a lot, but I mentioned that Valentino Donna Born in Roma Stravaganza. Oh my gosh, I almost forgot that long name. Was one of my favorite releases of 2024. I got a travel spray and then had to get a full bottle. I love the citrus opening of that. It's like a bright, it's supposed to have tea, but for me, it comes across as like a super bright, happy citrus. And then it settles down into this just nice vanilla, but the opening of it is it's so me. It just screams joy and happiness to me, and I love that. And then my other favorite release is My Way Nectar from Armani. And that's another one that has this beautiful floral and pear opening that it speaks to me. It speaks to my heart. So 2 designer releases were my favorites of 2024. The next question is hard for me to answer without going down some rabbit holes. So let me try to be succinct. And it is, what change would you like to see in the fragrance community? How much time do we have? Things have changed so much since I started my channel back in December of 2020. So I'm coming up on 4 years of having this channel, and I've seen things change a lot. I'm also of the mindset that you either change with the times or you fade into obscurity. That's just the way life goes. So you accept the changes that are happening, and you either find your place among those changes or you actually go with the tide of changes. If you want to stay relevant on social media, because social media goes like this, friends. People's attention span is like a gnat on social media. They love you one day, they hate you the next, they love you again. And when there's new faces on social media, people run to that. That's natural. I do that too. I love to see new faces popping up, and I enjoy the freshness of a new perspective. So social media is very fickle, especially in the content creator space. Things have changed a lot. It used to be, even 4 years ago or during the pandemic, that people just, they sat on their bed and talked to you about, their experience with XYZ fragrance. They did it very casually and they were done. Now fragrance is a big production on social media. It just is. People can feel however they want to feel about that, but it is the truth. And reviewers are coming onto the scene a lot more polished right out of the gate than they ever were a number of years ago. Trust me, if you want to know what I'm talking about, you can go to my videos and you can sort by the oldest. Like, go to my channel and sort by the oldest and see some of those crazy looking videos that I posted in 2020, early 2021. They were all over the place and not polished at all. I still am learning how to polish my videos today and get better and hone the sort of social media, YouTube craft. So, you go with it. You evolve or you devolve and kind of shrink away. You have one of those 2 options. But here's what I want to say about the change that I would love to see in Fragcomm, and then I'll go to my favorite micro influencers to end on a positive note. I would really like to see, from the influencer perspective, more authenticity. That is the word that comes to mind when I look at this question. Be authentic. What do I mean by that? Because we're in a situation where there is just so much competition for views, because it's a really crowded space right now. There are a lot of fragrance reviewers online. I'm of the mindset, the more the merrier. There's place at the table for everyone. There's room for everyone, right? We all appeal to sort of different personalities and different fragrance love types out there in the audience. There's room for everyone. So I'm not of the mindset of being in a competitive race, but what I'm saying is, because it's such a crowded space, and there are people entering the space that want to get big quickly, and they want to make profit off of social media quickly. I don't knock that. There is nothing wrong with that. So please don't think that I'm criticizing that. Everyone has a right to their own goals for their creative outlets, which this is a creative outlet for me, or whatever activities, hobbies they have, whatever. The part that I wish would happen would be that, regardless of where and how people are entering the space, that they bring their true, unique, down-to-earth real self. Well, I guess you don't even have to be down to earth. You can be up in the clouds, but bring yourself, whoever you genuinely are, to the space, and don't lose that. Don't lose that. I think it's so easy when people are wanting to chase views and get their video out in front of people, have the algorithm pick up their video and put it out first. I've just seen a lot of questionable behaviors on this side of things. You as a viewer, you'll probably have no idea these things are going on. I see it on my side. It's observable and it's visible to me. I don't think it would be visible to you, but there are lots of things happening, like people copying each other, copying thumbnails, exact thumbnail designs, copying exact titles, like literally copying titles and putting it onto their own video, you know, copying exact lists that people talk about in their videos and never sort of giving credit for the inspiration. There are people that are only chasing all of the new things because they think that's what people want to see. Things like that, where they're just not bringing their true, authentic self, and they're exhibiting questionable behaviors, and in some cases, downright unacceptable behaviors, to be able to sort of climb up the view ladder. I'll just leave that at that. It's something that I've noticed. I find it really distasteful. I don't watch those people anymore. When people start behaving like that, I'm out. I want you all, when you come to my channel, to feel like you are hanging out with Veronica, your friend from years ago. And I want to feel like that when I click into other people's video as well, you know? And like I said, everyone has the right to follow trends. Everyone has the right to try to create a video that they think people want to see. Friends, like, we're on YouTube. If I make a video that only 10 people want to watch, that doesn't serve me and it doesn't serve the audience. But it's a balancing act between finding content or creating content that you think interests people and taking things a little bit too far, where you're just riding the coattails of people that are more successful on YouTube and literally like duplicating their content for your own benefit. It just feels not right to me. So authenticity is my response. I hope that wasn't too controversial, and I hope it didn't sound like I'm hating on people who do that, because I'm not. I just have feelings about it. So I hope that makes sense to you. Yeah, let's just leave it at that. Now, let's go to a question that gives us a more happy finale to this video, which is the micro influencers that you enjoy in Fragcomm. And Roxanne has 2,000 or less subbies. So Roxanne, I'm going to break the rule. I can't just name one person. That doesn't feel right to me, especially when I truly enjoy so many. So I hope that you all will indulge me for just a few more minutes while I talk about the people that I am at least currently subscribed to that are under 2,000 that I really enjoy watching. And because people come and go on YouTube so much, like people start channels, they take hiatus, you know, they come back or whatever, I'm just going to keep it to the people that have posted in the last couple of months, because I would like for you to go sub to these people and show them some love. So for influencers that are under 2,000 that are in the fragrance space, let me pause and just say that the people that I'm going to mention, it has very little to do with the fragrances that they actually talk about on their channel, right? For me, it is this someone that I vibe with? Could I have a cup of coffee with this person? Would I like to have dinner with this person and get to know them as another human, a sister from another mister, a brother from another mother? That type of vibe and personality is what attracts me to someone's channel. I really don't care what fragrances they're talking about. It's nice to hear. And like I said before, when they talk about fragrances, it does influence my thinking, but I'm really more than anything there for their personal vibe, like who they seem to be as a person, and that they're a good person that I would probably enjoy getting to know on a personal basis. With that, I'm going to cheat with the first one because she actually has a really successful second channel, but she does have one channel and that is under 2,000, and it's C Chronicles, and her under 2,000 channel is called C Chronicles Unscripted. Let me move over here so that I can put the picture of the channel here. And I just love this woman's vibe. I have watched her since I started on YouTube. I think she is just a good, genuine soul. She has a beautiful daughter who's also on social media as well. And she's got really eclectic fragrance taste. I'd love to go visit her. I think she's in, did she say she's in Zimbabwe? I think she's in Zimbabwe. Listen, if I'm ever in that part of the world, I'm gonna give her a call and we're gonna hang out together. I also enjoy watching Chanel Babe Gina. She's a little over 500 subs right now. She's actually here in the Richmond area, right, Gina? If you are, if I remember correctly. And she has the most bubbly, uplifting personality on her channel. She's currently going through a massive declutter on her channel, like going note by note at the time that I'm posting this video, note by note videos, and trying to decide what she wants to keep from her massive collection and what she wants to let go of. And she's just a bundle of joy. I love watching Theresa at Come Unbox with Theresa. Theresa's at about a little under 500 subs, and she's been a long time supporter of my channel. I enjoy watching her unboxing. She does like those subscription boxes, I think from like Macy's and places like that. Is it Macy's, Theresa, or a few other places? And it's a variety of things. So she talks about fragrance and makeup and other things, but just, you know, good people up there in Connecticut holding it down in CT. I also watch Cree Taylor. Ooh, she's just over 2,000 subs, but I'm gonna mention her anyway. Another really sort of down-to-earth person has started her fragrance channel more recently. She did beauty and fashion before that, and I enjoy listening to her takes on fragrances. Very down-to-earth kind of person. This channel used to be called My Fragrant Friend Jay, and it's now called Jay's Fragrant Space. Her name is Jamila. She's right under 1,000 subs. And first of all, like, how beautiful is this woman? And I cannot believe that we're similar in age. I thought it's so interesting when I watch people's channels. I thought this woman was in her 20s. Just amazing skin, absolutely gorgeous, very soothing personality when you watch her. And she likes a lot of different types of fragrances too. So I learn a lot about different fragrances when I watch Jay. I recently started watching Mishi Scents. She's right over 300 subs at the time of this video. Another one with a super eclectic collection, lots of different kinds of tastes. And she's got a variety of videos, friends, that she's already posted up. And you'll learn a lot about fragrances when you watch her. Muffet from Muffet's Loves. Hey, girl, hey. Muffet is a bundle of joy. Precious, beautiful woman, also just a happy soul. She's very much a gourmand lover. I like gourmands, but I'm not as, you know, crazy about them as some other folks are. But I enjoy listening to her takes on gourmands, and she likes some florals too and whatever. And she's just a happy, happy channel. I got to give a shout out to my sister from another mister, Liz at Naturally Liz, and to her brother Michael, my brother from another mother, who sometimes videos with her. These are my people, you know, like Liz and Michael. I probably am a long lost sibling of theirs, and I enjoy her down to earth nature. Liz is another one who is similar in age to me, has a huge, beautiful family, and is doing her thing, learning, growing, and evolving as a human. And I enjoy listening to her life takes along with her fragrance takes. My girl Rose at Rose Ayala, Perfume Addict. Hello, perfume lovers, fanáticas de perfume como yo. That's how she starts her videos. Rose has a really big, bold personality, a super loving heart, and another one who likes big, bold fragrances. So some of her recommendations are really right up my alley. And so she's fun channel. Go check out Rose. Of course, Roxanne at Roxanne's Retreat. Roxanne. You know, Roxanne, there's a song called Veronica. Oh, Veronica girl. Both songs, if I remember correctly, you know, they were from the 80s, but both songs were actually not that flattering to the people with the names. You have to go, they're old hip hop songs, like old school hip hop, and you got to listen to the lyrics they were not that flattering. But anyway, every time I see Roxanne's name, I think of Roxanne. She's right under 2,000, the creator of this tag. And I love that she starts her videos with, if you're a returning subscriber, big up your whole self. Love that. And I say it every time with her. Very sort of comforting opening. Big, bold makeup that she does, beautiful outfits, gorgeous woman. Go check her out too in Florida. You got Sunny at Sunny Scents. Hey girl, hey. I mean, Sunny's another one of these sisters from another mister. Another one with fairly eclectic taste, although she tends to lean toward florals and gourmands as well. Keeps it down to earth out in Jersey. Beautiful family. Love her channel. Love when she posts. We got our girl Tammy Roxanne up in Canada. Tammy is such an interesting individual. You've got to watch her videos and hear about her life on the island. She actually posted a video where she takes the viewer on a tour around her island. I forget the name of the island now, of course, but it's off the coast, the eastern coast of Canada. And she's been a long time viewer as well, and then started her own channel. And I was like thrilled when I saw her pop up on YouTube. Adorable. Also another gorgeous human. Like, how does she stay that beautiful? Is similar in age to me. I'm like, girl, share all your secrets. But love hearing her take on a variety of fragrances too. I also want to give, this is why it's hard to do these questions, because you feel like you're going to forget someone. And I would never want someone that I actually watched to feel like I forgot them. Perfume on the Porch. This woman is precious precious, precious, precious. And you get to see her kids running around in the background too. She's got this really sort of homey porch that she does her fragrance reviews on, and she's just delightful. So check her out also. And I think that's it for people that I'm subscribed to under 2,000 that have actually posted in the last few months. There are other people too that are under 2,000 subs that I'm subscribed to, but they haven't posted in a while. So just for the sake of time, I wanted to keep the number of people to a reasonable count. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I enjoyed making it. And if you're a content creator, please consider doing it for fun. And if you're a viewer, copy those questions and put it in the chat and answer them in the chat. Thanks so much for watching. Take care. See you in the next video.